Well, first of all, it's great to be back at home because this is going to be our first one, and I like the idea that it's family weekend just because of we know we always have a good crowd. That's going to be very important for us. Very good Tennessee Martin team. I mean, it's a OVC conference opener. Big game for both teams. Big game for us. It's a very, very important game for us. So looking forward to it.
I know you're playing three really tough teams. You're looking forward to getting in conference, I guess, and I guess it's a whole new season now. This is what matters the most, isn't it, Coach?
Well, the goal is always to win the conference. You win your conference, that gives you an opportunity to get in the playoffs. It gives you an opportunity to get hot at the right time, as people like to say, which is a very true statement, and go from there. So the conference is going to be tight, and you really want to start out strong and win that first one.
You should be ready. You've been challenged, I think, by three very good teams, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, we played well in some situations. We've not put together a whole game yet, and we really need to keep advancing the way we have. We're getting a little bit better in little things every game, and we're into our fourth game now. So really, like I'll tell the players when I see my first chance seeing them as a group to start this week is, there's no more young players anymore. Everyone's got experience, and it's time to get it done.
You see the OVC as tight as it's ever been, or the last few years it's been so tight?
It's getting tighter. I don't know where they are right now as far as overall tightness. I know there's a lot of teams that can come up and beat you on any given day. I don't know all the personnel. Right about now, we really just study the upcoming opponent.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll talk a bit maybe about after the third or fourth round of OVC games.
Well, Tennessee Martin, I know they lost a lot of good players, but they haven't seen them miss a beat. They've had two really good wins. So what are your overall thoughts on them?
Well, if you look at their roster, there's a lot of juniors and seniors on there.
Yeah.
And especially on defense. They've got a really active quarterback. They've been playing two quarterbacks pretty much, but then it looks like they're leaning more towards the Favre kid right now. Very athletic. They still have their backfield intact. They've got three offensive linemen back. Nice set of receivers still back. So there's a little more experience than you think on that team. Good football team.
You've played some running quarterbacks already this year. I mean, that can do both, so at least won't be. Should be kind of prepared for it, huh?
Well, you always have to work on it. This one's shifty. This one wiggles around on space pretty good, makes things break down. He's one of those. He reminds you of the kid from Tennessee Tech of the last few years.
They got their top running back. Seems like a big, strong kind of guy, isn't he?
Yeah, well, it looks to me like they used three running backs. And, the one kid he played last year, he's listed as 6'5". I thought he was maybe, I think he's more like about 6'3", number 23. But they've got a couple of young sophomores that they use as well.
So overall, they look like a pretty good team, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, you think, I know statistically so far after 3 games, you guys aren't running the ball like you used to. Do you think it's a combination of playing very good opponents, and I know you've had some line injuries. You think it's kind of a combination of things, or?
Well, if you count it, if you're looking at last week's game, we threw the ball more than we used to.
Right. Yeah.
Too. So, you have to take what people give you a little bit. We got behind a little bit in both games early and had to throw a little bit more. We'll see what all that means as we get into conference play. If we can run the ball, throw the ball, do a little bit, keep the balance, which is something that we would really like to be able to do this season.
So you feel like that'll even out as things go along now that you're back in OVC play, or?
Well, we're not thinking about evening out or
Yeah.
whatever statistics that might change games, and people look at statistics differently sometimes than coaches. We just want to see how we execute at this point better. And if it's a team that's going to give us the run, we need to execute the run. If it's a team that's going to give us the pass, we need to execute the pass. I do feel that we're a little bit more capable of throwing the ball this year. And, that's always a good thing, but it's also, you know, we have to still get our consistency level up.
Snyder seemed like he's definitely got the ability maybe to stretch the defense a little more than some of the quarterbacks you've had the last few years, you think?
Well, you know, he can throw the ball. I thought Scheibel could throw the ball well as well. You know, Scheibel ran a little bit and did both, I thought, with really good balance. You know, Scotty has improved throwing the ball, and you know, when he's out there, he runs the ball well. Snyder's a guy that's doing both. You know, I thought there was a stretch in the game. He was handling himself really well in this last game, and
Good, yeah.
he's making progress. You know, we're hoping that both keep coming. To be quite honest with you.
So the lack of consistent running game doesn't really concern you at this point, or?
No, we just try to take what people give us, you know, and you know, we'll talk about that maybe a couple weeks. Looks like that's a question you want me to answer.
No. What about that you say the passing game? I mean, sign a. I mean, I know you used maybe more wide receivers in that game the other day. Was it kind of what SIU's defense was playing, or?
You know, it's so hard to explain when you change up a little bit. You know, sometimes it's game plan. I mean, we've got a nice core of receivers, and you know, you always try to take what people give you. They gave us the pass, and so we try to take advantage of it. And you know, it almost took us all the way to a victory.
But you played pretty good the other day overall, yeah.
Yeah, we still didn't win the game, but yeah.
I know the OVC's tough, but you gotta feel like you've played probably 3 teams that are as good or if not better than a lot of the OVC teams. You feel that way? Or?
No, I don't feel that way at all. Eastern Illinois has proven that. Tennessee State's playing real good. I mean, our league. There used to be a time people would easily like to convince you that our league isn't as good as other leagues. That's not the case anymore.